Alright, well here we're looking at problem number 11. This is from homework 5.6. We were asked to divide this degree 4 polynomial by this degree 2 polynomial. So I've set up this long division problem with a division bracket. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on the division. So I'll take my leading term from my dividend, divide it by the leading term in the divisor. 5x to the 4 divided by 5x to the 2 gives me an x to the 2. Now, that's the first term of my quotient. I need to multiply that back through the divisor. So x squared times 5x squared gives me back my 5x to the 4. Okay, I generally expect that to happen when I multiply my quotient term back through the divisor. Now, x squared times minus 1 is minus x squared. Now notice when I write that down, I'm going to put it under the x squared term in the dividend. Okay, I want to try to keep this stuff lined up. Now, I'm going to subtract. So I put my quantity in parentheses and put a subtraction sign out front. 5x to the 4 minus 5x to the 4 is 0. Okay. Now, 10x to the 3 doesn't have anything subtracted from it, so it just carries down as is. You could think of it as 10x to the 3 minus 0 is 10x to the 3. And then I have 29x squared minus a negative x squared. So when I subtract a negative, I treat that like addition. So that becomes 30x squared. And I'm going to carry down this plus 2. Notice I left a little space in between the x squared term and the constant. Because there was no x term, I left a little space for that just to keep everything lined up correctly. Okay, some people choose to put like a plus 0x in there, and that's okay too. It does the same thing. Alright, now I need to repeat my steps. So I'll take my new leading term, 10x cubed, divide that by the leading term of the divisor. And that's going to give me a 2x. So that'll be the next term in my quotient. I take the 2x, multiply it by the terms in the divisor. 2x times 5x squared gives me my 10x cubed again. 2x times minus 1 gives me minus 2x. I'll line that up here so that it's not directly under terms that it isn't like. Okay, again I'm subtracting. 10x cubed minus 10x cubed is 0. That part is expected. 30x squared doesn't have any like terms subtracted from it, so I'll simply bring it down. Now, I want to treat this as like there's a 0x minus a negative 2x. So when I subtract a negative, again that's like adding. So that becomes plus 2x. And again I'll carry down this constant plus 2. Alright, now as long as my dividend has a degree that's at least as high as my divisor, I want to keep dividing. So one more time I'll divide. So I'm going to take 30x squared, divide that by 5x squared. That'll give me just a 6. Okay. And that'll be the final term of my quotient. Now I multiply the 6 back through the divisor. 6 times 5x squared gives me my 30x squared back. 6 times minus 1 gives me a negative 6. I'll line that up under the other constant term. Okay, one more time I'll need to subtract. 30x squared minus 30x squared cancels. The 2x comes down. And then I have 2 minus negative 6. So that's plus 8. Okay, now my degree has finally dropped to be less than the degree of my divisor. So at this point I have my remainder, and I'm going to take that remainder, I'm going to put it over the divisor, and then I'm going to tack that on to the end of the quotient. The quotient plus the remainder over the divisor is my final answer for number 11. So x squared plus 2x plus 6 plus 2x plus 8 divided by 5x squared minus 1. Alright, let's look at number 12 now. Same assignment. Okay, still homework 5.6, still looking at long division, and it's still a degree 4 polynomial divided by a degree 2 polynomial. Although I will note on this problem that it doesn't seem that there's any missing terms. All of the degrees seem to be represented, so it should be a little easier to keep everything lined up. Process is the same, leading term divided by leading term. 3t to the fourth divided by t squared will give me 3t squared. That's the first term of my quotient. Now we'll multiply this by the t squared plus t plus 2. That gives me 3t to the 4. 3t squared times the t gives me 3t cubed, and 3t squared times 2 gives me 6t squared. As before, I'm going to subtract. 3t to the fourth minus 3t to the fourth cancels. 8t cubed minus 3t cubed will give me a 5t cubed. And then 8t squared minus 6t squared will give me a 2t squared. And these other terms can just be brought down, 7t and minus 6. Alright, well, there's the first step completed. Now let's repeat. New leading term, 5t cubed. We'll divide that by t squared. That gives me 5t. But now the 5t has to be multiplied back through the divisor. So 5t times t squared is 5t cubed as expected. 5t times t is 5t squared. And then finally 5t times 2 is 10t. And again, I need to subtract. 5t cubed minus t cubed cancels as expected. 2t squared minus 5t squared. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So minus 3t squared. And then 7t minus 10t is minus 3t. And we'll bring down that minus 6. Now I notice that my degree is still at least as big as the degree of my divisor. So I want to divide one more time. Okay, if I'm going to have a remainder, I want the remainder to have a lower degree than the divisor. So one more time, I'll take the leading term, divide it by the leading term of the divisor. 3t squared divided by t squared. Well, it was actually minus 3t squared. So when I cancel the t squareds, I get a minus 3. The minus 3 needs to distribute back through my divisor. So minus 3 times t squared is minus 3t squared. Minus 3 times t is minus 3t. And minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. One last time I will subtract. But notice that when I'm subtracting, I'm always subtracting something from itself. Negative 3t squared minus itself. Cancel. Minus 3t minus itself. Anything minus itself goes to 0. Negative 6 minus negative 6 cancels. So in this case, I don't get a remainder. Okay, I was just left with 0, which means my quotient is all of my answer. And that's all there is to number 12. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. But let me encourage you that if you have more questions, please let me know.